What's good, y'all? It is day 3 on the funded account. It is Tuesday the 13th. Today was CPI day, but I did not trade CPI. We went 1 and 1 in the morning session, and then I took one win last night on gold that we'll talk about. But I'll go over these two trades first, and then we'll go to gold. So let me turn this on real quick. Bang. Okay, so I got on kind of early just so I could like watch CPI print. I don't even think I can trade news on a Lucid Flex account anyway, so I was just watching this, looking for some type of like data wick play maybe. When you look at this on the 5-minute, I was really just looking at if we're gonna take out this high or not, and we didn't, but it didn't really end up mattering because we were so overextended. Like we're in a weekly premium, overnight premium, like we're just way overextended. So from there I was just looking for an inversion out of the premium. You can see we put in on the 3-minute, I think. Yeah, so on the 3-minute, after this sold off and we came down to the 2 points of controls, our overnight point of control and our weekly point of control, we bounced from there. I was at this point, this is still pre-market, so like I wasn't looking to trade off of here, but if we were trending up, I was like, okay, maybe if we like get some closures above the value area high, we'll just go for the moon. But that didn't happen. We put in this small 3-minute fair value gap, and I was just immediately looking for that to get inverted. I think that was the only one in this leg, at least on the 3-minute. Yeah, so I just waited for that to get inverted, and as you can see, I don't really trade inversions in the sense of like, okay, we got a candle closure over a fair value gap, enter. I'm looking for the displacement from the inversion, this candle, to create an opposing fair value gap, and then with that we have a BPR. So this candle displaced, made a fair value gap, and I was just looking to get in at either the low of the BPR, CE BPR, or high of the BPR. After we already had this candle reject, like obviously here, I was like, okay, we're not gonna reach CE. Let me highlight this so you can see what the BPR is. The BPR is just where the two opposing fair value gaps overlap. So that's the BPR right there on the 3-minute. So I just looked, saw this rejection off of the low, so I just set my limit order at the low. Got tagged in, and this was like damn near a perfect trade. Perfect entry, I should say. I did mismanage. You can see I'm only in this for like 3 minutes, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not mad at like $300 in 4 minutes, but I was only in this for 4 minutes. I should have just targeted, like, it's CPI day. Obviously we have a super clear draw on liquidity down here, the data low. I could have targeted the data low and banked almost 5R. Or even if I wasn't going to target that low, just another logical target would be this gap. I think this is a 4-hour gap, so just targeting that 4-hour gap, or even value area low down here would have been a much better target. I think I just, not even I think, when I entered, I just had my bracket order set at 2R, and if it didn't happen so fast, I would have targeted lower, but it hit my take profit really quick, so I wasn't mad at that. Good 2R. I'm trading with kind of small size because I'm just trying to farm my winning days to get this payout. This was only 6 micros, so this is like a $300 win. Not too much to go over on this one, really. Just a really clean auction reversal model retest out of the BPR, and that's pretty much it on that one. So after this, I was kind of mad because I would just, like I said, I should have targeted much lower, and I was kind of just watching this all sell off. But while it was selling off, I was just like, okay, we're gonna have to return to a discount. Like we're gonna have to do something, you know, like the market isn't just gonna dump forever. So let me extend these two for y'all. So when we kept dumping and dumping and dumping and dumping, I just looked for price to come into a weekly discount, and a daily discount or overnight discount. So you can see we sell off hard, and we come all the way down to our 2 value area lows. So when I saw us, we're disconnected. The hell? I'm gonna assume we're still good. I can still see me, so I'm gonna assume we're good. Okay, so when I saw us rejecting out of the value area low here, again, we're just looking for an inversion out of this, but I kind of slipped. So let me show you what's wrong with this trade. So the actual, like, obviously my bias was correct. I was just in the wrong place, and I'll show you exactly where I should have been. So I entered, so down here there was this 3-minute inversion. I've kind of just been missing these like super skinny baby ass inversions. Like any inversion can sponsor a move, so like I shouldn't be neglecting this just because it's like a tiny inversion. But we get this 3-minute inversion, immediately retest it and start pushing. So at this point I was like, damn, I've been sitting here watching this whole downfall to catch this up move, and I feel like I missed it. So when this just started running, I was looking for a displacement past this last 3-minute fair value gap. So at this point I was a little bit too like hyper fixated on the 3-minute and the 1-minute. If I would have zoomed out to the 5, I would have seen that this was also a 5-minute gap, and I could have just waited for the 5-minute inversion since I didn't catch the most discounted inversion down here, which is always what I'm looking for. I always want to enter on the most discounted inversion out of discounter premium. Or for a buy, I want the most discounted inversion. For a sell, I want the most premium inversion. So like I said, we got this 3-minute inversion, and I was already a little bit I was already feeling like I missed the move a bit here. So I was thinking, since we already displaced so hard this way, we're not gonna trade back below this value area. So I was like, okay, I'll take a retest at this 3-minute inversion. And while I was watching it, I wasn't expecting this candle to wick as low as it did. So I was thinking it would like wick this low maybe and close whatever, and that would make a 3-minute BPR here. So I was kind of front running the move a little bit. So I put my limit order here at the 3-minute, and then you can see we just run my limit order, get a little bit of chop, and then get wicked out here. Where I should have been, like I said, I was too fixated on the 1 and 3-minute. Where I should have been was, if I was going to be late, like I said, the best late entry would have been the 5-minute right here. But the actual ideal entry would have been this 2-minute BPR right here. So you can see on the 2-minute, or actually was it a 3-minute BPR? Yeah, my bad, 3-minute BPR. No, I lied. I was right the first time. Yeah, the 2-minute BPR here. This super small fair value gap overlapped with the inversion here. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, this isn't even a true 2-minute BPR, but this is where I should have entered. This 2-minute fair value gap overlapped with this 3-minute inversion. That would be BPR if the inversion was on the 2-minute. I was saying this was a 2-minute BPR, but now that I'm looking back at it, there was no 2-minute inversion over here overlapping with this 1-minute, this 3-minute gap. But even so, it doesn't really matter. This is where I should have entered. Even here on the 3-minute, if I entered at this inversion or even this fair value gap. But the best entry was, like I said, the most discounted inversion down here. Yeah, this is where I should have entered. And this is hindsight, but this is just like ideal entry here, obviously. So I'm not mad at this trade. I would take this trade again. Like I said, just a small execution error. Where the fuck am I? So actually this trade has a super similar problem to the one I just showed you. So I entered too high. So you can see here we have the initial, or this might have been a 2-minute entry. No, it was on the 3. Yeah, so you can see we have this initial inversion down here out of discount. So we wick down into a very area low, immediately react up and invert, and then we invert this fair value gap. So once we inverted this fair value gap, I was looking for price to push off of this level, but we immediately close below and get basically the same reaction, almost like re-inverting the fair value gap, which like isn't a thing. But I was too focused on this fair value gap up here and not the fair value gap created off of this candle that displaced out of value area low. So again, if I would have entered at BPR down here at the balanced price range, even with my like bad management because I got stopped out at 1R, this would have been a actually, let me do it like this. Where'd I enter? Yeah, even with the bad management, if I got in at BPR, we would have got an extra 3 points. And not even just the extra 3 points, I just hate holding through this chop and draw down. Like, it's just unnecessary when I could just get the optimal entry off of the balanced price range here. Like something like that. That would have been optimal. But that's not what we got. We got this, which is still fine. I was risking really small. You can see this is only 3 micros. I was just trying to snipe a winning day last night because I was overthinking like CPI day, and I'm like, oh, what if it's just like so volatile, and I just overthinking bullshit. So yeah, I sniped a winning day with this trade on gold. So that puts me up with the 2 wins and 1 loss, like up 300 on the day. So we are 2 winning days away from the payout. Yeah, just gotta keep taking trades like this one, you know. Just stick to the script and top tick every time, you know. But we're doing really good. 2 wins, 1 loss if we're counting Asia session, 1-1 in the New York session. And I'm done for the day until Asia. So that's it until day 4.